No, what? Did you see that move it did?
No, I didn't.
It went like it went boom, boom. Wow, look how bright it's getting.
Look at it now.
What's up you guys, my name's David and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be doing a deep dive into the conspiracy that is Area 51. If you enjoy my content, I would really appreciate it if you liked and subscribed, it really helps me out. Now that we got that out of the way, let's jump right in. Back in the summer of 1947, rancher Mac Brazel found what seemed to be debris from a crash on his land. He managed to bring some of the debris back to Sheriff George Wilcox, who then brought it to the attention of Colonel William Blanchard, who was the commanding officer of the Roswell Army Airfield. The next day, the Roswell Army Airfield released a statement. The many rumors regarding the flying disc became a reality yesterday when the intelligence office of the 509th Bomb Group of the 8th Air Force, Roswell Army Airfield, was fortunate enough to gain possession of a disc through the cooperation of one of the local ranchers and the Sheriff's Office of Chaves County. According to that same statement, Major Jesse Marcel, who was an intelligence officer for the military, oversaw the investigation of the crash site and the recovered debris. The next day, U.S. Army officials came out and said that the debris was from a fallen weather balloon and not an alien craft. They released photos of Jesse Marcel holding the debris as proof. What's interesting is that weather balloons can be made of either latex or synthetic rubbers, and on first glance the debris he's holding might just be a weather balloon, but when the photo is enhanced you can clearly see that what he's holding is shiny and crumpled like tinfoil. In 1994, the U.S. Air Force released a report where they admit that it was not a weather balloon. In that 1994 report, they claimed that the debris was from their test of Project Mogul. Project Mogul was a spy initiative where they would attach microphones to high-altitude balloons with the intent of spying on Russia. Witnesses of that 1947 crash claimed that there were alien bodies at the site which were taken away to Area 51. However, in a separate 1997 report, these were explained as test dummies. Jesse Marcel Jr., who was son of Major Jesse Marcel, said that Major Marcel brought home some of the debris before taking it to Area 51. Marcel Jr. claimed that the material was metallic and that there was writing on it, writing that resembled Egyptian hieroglyphs. Eyewitnesses report that strange things happen around and more specifically above the base. While many people say it's just fighter jets and nothing more, a passenger on an American Airlines flight snapped photos of these lights. The unnamed witness says he was flying from San Jose, California to Houston, Texas, and at the time of the photo he was over the Nevada desert. A similar report was made in 2019 where a video was taken of mysterious lights in the sky above Nevada. The government claims that this was the US Navy parachute team wearing reflective gear while parachuting, but when we look at the video, these objects seem too bright to be reflective gear, and too similar to the other picture taken of lights in the Nevada desert. Bob Lazar is a former engineer at Area 51. He claims to have worked at Site S4 to reverse engineer alien propulsion technology. The story goes that S4 tapped all of their employees' phones and monitored their personal lives, and in doing so, they discovered that Bob Lazar's wife was having an affair. S4 cut down on Lazar's involvement in the project because even though he didn't know she was cheating on him, they didn't know what kind of stress he was going through at home. Lazar was angry at S4 for cutting his involvement in the project, so he took a few of his friends to go watch and record the UFO test flights on 3 separate nights. Lazar and his friends eventually got caught, and when they got caught, Lazar was taken in, debriefed, and dismissed. This was when he was told that his hours had been cut because of his wife's affair. After being fired, Lazar went to reporter George Knapp, told him the story, and gave him the tapes. The recordings were released very recently. Take a look.
Good evening, this is John Lear, and today is March 22nd, 1989. We're standing just about 8 miles due east of Groom Lake, Nevada, the super government secret test site. And just a few minutes ago, we saw one of the government extraterrestrial UFOs fly over there. We all watched it for about 7 or 8 minutes. Right here I have my Celestron scope. It's 8 inches. And I had it focused in for about 15 seconds and saw for myself that in fact it was a disc.
Well, you can mention who's with you, John.
We have Bob Lazar, and we have Jackie Lazar, Bob's wife, and we have Gene Huff. And this mission was organized tonight by Bob Lazar, who is a theoretical physicist who works at Groom Lake.
And is also a dead man at this point. We're having this on film that he wrote it.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Good luck.
No, what? Did you see that move it did?
No, I didn't.
It went like it went boom, boom. Wow, look how bright it's getting.
Look at it now.
It's getting bright.
Not bright enough for me to get the son of a bitch.
Here, hold on, right here.
Are you there? No. It is bright right.
Seeing those clips really brings some validity to his story. Another thing to keep in mind is, just like Lazar, other Area 51 employees have come forward and shared their own stories. Something suspicious to take note of is that all of these employees, including Bob Lazar, were paid in cash, and they were all paid through separate companies that are not directly affiliated with the government. Make of that what you'd like, but that seems pretty shady to me. So what do you think? Could it really be true that the government is experimenting on aliens in Area 51, or is this all just a bad conspiracy? I personally believe that there's something shady going on that we're not being told. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. If you found that you enjoyed the video, I would really love it if you liked and subscribed. It really helps out my channel. But other than that, guys, I hope you had fun, and I'll see you in the next one.